What's up, guys? We're here at Fanboy, Knoxville. This is the calm before the storm, Saturday morning. Inside a little early. Checking out some of these shops. Alright, we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Go to package pickup upstairs and redeem that by 10:30. That's for Kevin
So it
Smith
turns
drop-off
out
packages.
when you pre-purchase your autographs,
Also, the floor will be opening to everyone
like
in about 9
they
minutes.
tell you to do,
At 10 a.m., the floor
you
will
have
be
to
opening
exchange
to
that
everyone.
somewhere else. So that's where I'm heading now. Trying to figure out where that is. Starting rough already. Alright. We'll check in a little bit. So I was able to get in 30 minutes early with my VIP ticket and went to will call to get my VIP ticket. Get downstairs and then they tell me that the autograph tickets that I purchased online have to be picked up in another area. So here we go. Alright, so despite the initial hiccup of being in will call, being sent to the show floor, then back up to will call, they actually have a really good setup here. You go into a different room and they have about 4 people working it, and they have they look up your QR codes and they exchange for the tickets. Well, what's nice about it is that it's in its own separate private area. A lot of the conventions you do it at the tables that are set up outside of that person's line, and often that's the same line where they're selling tickets, so it gets really, really crowded. So this one I was able to walk right in, showed them my QR codes, got all my tickets, and we're good. Only problem is, or the only hiccup, they'd assign each one, almost like authorizing it. So that took some extra time, considering I had like 20 tickets. But we're on the way. We're getting back in now. Looks like the show is open to everyone at this point, so I lost my time advantage, but that's all right. Hopefully the VIP pass will help me skip lines and we'll be all right. So Fanboy Expo, here we go. All right, so I'm going to recap the Fanboy Knoxville convention that I just attended, and it was really good. Where do I begin? With most conventions, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday type of deal, I got there Saturday, and I was shocked at the crowds. Now, I overheard people saying how busy it was, and this was the busiest that they've ever had. Somebody projected 20,000 people on Saturday, something like that. But I gotta be honest, it didn't feel like it. I was in the celebrity autograph area, and I expected it to be like, you know, sardines, you know, and it really wasn't. At one point I looked around and there was plenty of space to walk around, do what you had to do. You know, were some of the lines long? Yeah, Sean Astin's line was really long. You know, the Hobbits, things like that. John Rhys Davies for Gimli, his line was really long. You know, but Christopher Sabat and Sean Shamel for anime, their lines were really long. They got capped at a certain point and closed off. So yeah, there were some long lines, but at the same time, there were so many good people that you could just walk right up. Now I did have a VIP pass, which allowed me to skip lines for the most part, but there were lines where I didn't need it. I just walked right up. and that's not to say that they didn't have lines at some points, but it was a matter of like timing it out right. Or maybe people were stuck in the Hobbits lines, and I was able to go to everybody else. I don't know. But for me, it was not bad at all. It wasn't that crowded. I was able to get all of my signing done for the most part Saturday, even though that's the busiest day. I did have a few that I wanted to do Sunday just because I had a lot. Like John Rhys Davies, I had 10 items for Gimli to sign. And I thought with a big crowd on Saturday, I didn't want to risk it and be rushed and then not get the quotes that I wanted, which, by the way, he was amazing. He did all the quotes I asked for. No hesitation. In fact, he told me to shut up at one point because, well, he didn't say it like that. He was nice about it, but he basically told me to be quiet because he had to try to concentrate on the quote, and it came out phenomenal. I'm going to do another video with all my autograph haul. I'm kind of in the middle of trying to get my room together. So videos have been kind of scarce and sporadic. But again, the convention I thought was really good. Fanboy Knoxville. I drove this time, which is the first time I've done that. And that's mostly because I wanted to control it myself. As some of you may remember from the last videos or from the last convention, my flight was, I lost my luggage on the way there. And then the second day my flight was canceled after about a 16-hour wait. And I was forced to get on a different flight, and it was a big headache. So what amounted to a 6-hour drive for that flight ended up taking me like 19 hours or something like that. This time, Knoxville is about 3.5 hours from where I am. I figured, okay, an hour to the airport and at least an hour early for security and then an hour flight. I'm at 3 hours. So it didn't really save me a whole lot of time. And then I figured if I drive, I can bring whatever I want. I'm not, constricted by the plane, by the weight, or anything like that. So I decided to drive. It was a great event. I met some cool people. I met Chris Bond. Actually didn't meet him, but I spent a lot of time with him and his wife. He does a lot of consignments, so if you're looking for, some convention stuff, you can always reach out to him on Facebook. But yeah, I thought it was a great event. There was some good cosplay. There wasn't a ton. Again, it wasn't that busy, at least for me. It didn't seem that busy. Now, Chris may have a completely different answer. He had 105 or something signatures to get for people. So he got to see a lot of everyone. I only had like 5 or 6 people that I was there to see. I was there to see the guy who played Sauron, the guy who played Lurtz, got the girl who played Éowyn, guy who played Haldir, and Gimli. Those are pretty much my 5. So everybody else was gravy. I did see a few other people. But anyway, pretty good show. I was happy with it. I'd go back because the crowd was just made it to where it was okay. Like, you could manage. And the VIP ticket wasn't that expensive. They had multiple levels. They have a diamond VIP and then a gold VIP or something like that. I just got the gold. The diamond includes autographs, which is nice. But it didn't include enough autographs for me to warrant the extra money. I want to say one ticket was like $250 and the other one was like $700, which, sounds crazy. But if it includes autographs for like 10 different people, it's fine. It's just that for me, I was only going to see like 4 people, so it just didn't financially make sense. But anyway, hopefully I'll be able to update the video with an autograph haul and show you guys all the cool pieces that I got. Again, Gimli knocked it out of the park. Some amazing pieces. Sala Baker, who plays Sauron, we had a little bit of a problem. My marker basically bled all over the art print, which was a real big bummer. I pulled out some stuff to try to clean it and wipe it up, but it didn't work out well. And then he was afraid to use the red marker that I asked him to use, so then he tried yellow, and the yellow over the red made it look strange. So we ended up going back over it with red, and now there's red and yellow and red, and it's a mess. But it's from my own personal collection, so not that worried about it. He was super awesome about it. He felt really bad. The art print was just soaking up the ink of a paint pen. It was really strange. So anyway, if he had just done it the first time, probably wouldn't have been very legible because it would have soaked in so much. So anyway, I'll show you guys that another time, but I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry the videos are so abrupt and so kind of like crazy. I didn't do a ton of video shooting at the convention. Again, I was only there Saturday, Sunday. Saturday was my busy day, a lot of autographs. And then Sunday was kind of slower, but I had like 10 items from Gimli and a few from Lawrence McClure, who played Lurtz. He actually played a bunch of characters, but so I didn't do a ton of videos and stuff. And then I went shopping, and you know, again, I was in my own car, so I could buy whatever I want. And strangely enough, I didn't find anything I wanted. It was very sad. I was hoping I'd find some statues or something awesome, but I really didn't. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. I appreciate you watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.